In today's video, I'm going into how we compare when we're envious of others and how we compare their outside world to the inside world inside of us. So continuing with the theme of envy this week and jealousies, I want to explore this idea of looking at other people's outsides, what they present and what they have on the outside, and that comparing to our insides. And what I mean by that is, like, I saw a video somewhere where someone had mentioned this, and I was like, that is so true. Like, when we are looking at someone else, like on social media, or we hear from them and we're like, oh, they're doing successful, or look, they're, making $1 million a year or something, or they have this beautiful mansion and a house, and all these things are material things. That it's like, oh, okay, they have these items, they have this money, and we then compare that to our worth or our insides, like, oh, I don't have that money, which equates to my own security, my own comfort, my own, whatever it is that it means for you, that it's like, oh, my own status, and it's also like looking at things in a way of status then means this. Like, what does it mean? And for so long in myself, I thought, oh, if I earned more money, if I got more status, if, I was doing these jobs or doing these things, I would be happy. I would be happy. I would be successful. I would have everything, like have everything. But what was having everything? Like, what did that mean for me? And this idea of like having the house or having status, it somehow equated in me that I would finally be happy, like I would finally be fully satisfied in myself and have that happiness and that love in my life, or the, like whatever it is that I've been like seeking all these years, of the happiness, the joy, the whatever, that it is that you've been exploring. And in many cases, I think most of us just want happiness. We want happiness and love and connection and belonging with others. But we're seeking it through looking at status or getting status or getting things outside of us because we think those things will make us happy on the inside. So again, when we look at other people in this way of like, oh, on their social media, they look like they're having this amazing life. Well, yeah, of course, you go out and you photograph, do your selfies and stuff. You're not going to be all sad in those photos, you know. So you're gonna be like, yes, I'm having a good time. And you photograph when you are, or do your selfies when you are having a good time. So an example for myself is that I have been living nomadically, and I'm currently living in Guatemala and for a few months, and then I'm off to another place. And on the weekends, I go out and I photograph, and I love photographing, so I'm having fun and joy in this, and then I share it on my social media. And I can see that people are like, you look so happy, you look, like you're having a great time. And I wonder, it's like, oh, does it trigger or bring up envy in themselves of wishing that they could have this? I hope to inspire others rather than bring up envy, but it could bring up those things in them. But the thing that I want to state here too is that it's like, yeah, on the weekends I'm going off to do that, but the rest of my life is not like that. And the rest of my life is not all magic and amazing and happy all the time. Oh, yeah, it might look that way on my social media, but again, everyone's social media, we're portraying this, happier state than who we are, what we are. And it's this outward appearance, material things rather than what is actually inside, in ourselves. So I share this idea that we are comparing a lot of times ourselves to these outer appearances. And those outer appearances are not really truly, who that person is on the inside. And are they truly happy and genuinely happy in their life? Getting these material things of a big mansion, big cars, whatever it is, having thousands, millions of dollars, it's not always gonna mean or equate to I'm happy or they're happy. So in seeing that, in the other two videos I talked about with envy, I really kind of dove into connecting in yourself and seeing what it is that underlies the envy. Like what is it in yourself that you truly want? And when you see someone and you have these feelings come up of, oh, I wish I had that, what does that equate to? So if they have the money, if they have a big mansion, what does it mean? Like if they have a big house, is it just about having security or safety, comfort, or is it also like being like this thing of having status, and having status, but what does that mean? If you have status, does it mean that everyone will love you, you'll be liked? Is it this underlying you want to belong, and it's like believing that if you have the status, then you'll belong? And again, it's teasing out what it means when you have these, things come up, when you see someone that they're having a life or things that you want. And it also can show you, really, it can show you what you do want, So in my story of, me living as a nomad, it's like, oh, maybe people actually see that and go, I would like to have that. I would like to live that way, and it starts to, make things happen in themselves or see it in themselves. And maybe initially a jealousy comes up of like, oh, I can't do that, I couldn't be like that, but I'm, jealous that she can have it, or, something along those lines. And it's teasing out what is underlying the emotions that come up when you do feel the envy, or when you do see, what these other people have that you actually want as well. So thank you for joining me today. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. And if you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe button below. And thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.